Hello, welcome to our channel. So ang topic natin ngayon is still on vector algebra, particularly vector multiplication. Episode 5, part 3 na ito ng topic for vector multiplication. So hindi nga pa napapanood yung parts 1 and 2, ililink ko na lang sa description para ma-check nyo. So dun sa part 1, diniscuss natin yung mga concepts and formula for scalar product, vector product, scalar triple product, vector triple product. So ito yung mga formula natin. As well as yung components ng vectors. Discuss din natin dun sa part 1. Tapos, dun sa part 2, nag-solve na tayo ng mga sample problems. So ito, okay, umabot tayo sa item 2 lang ata or 3. Okay, item number 3. 3 lang. Tama ba? Okay, 3 lang. So, tuloy lang natin dito sa part 3. Solve lang tayo ng more problems. Okay. Number 4. So, hindi nyo napapanood. Link nyo lang sa description para ma-check nyo. Para may background na kayo dito sa mga isa-solve nating problems ngayon. Okay. So, number 4. Ang problem is let E be the vector given by 3ay plus 4az and F be the vector equal to 4ax minus 10ay. Burong natin. Okay, sulat natin ulit. 4ax minus 10ay plus 5az. So A, find the component okay, component of E along F, and then B, determine a unit vector perpendicular to both E and F. So, dito muna tayo sa A. So, given daw tayo dalawang vectors. Itong vector E, copy natin. Vector E, tsaka vector F. So, yung vector E, 3ay plus 4az. So, notice wala siyang ax component. So, pwede nyo lagyan ng placeholder. Lagyan natin ng 0ax. Okay, para kompleto yung components. So, pwede nyo rin tong isulat. Other notation is ganito. So, inside the symbol, lagay nyo lang yung pinaka xyz component, which is 0, 3, tsaka 4, right? Ito din, yung F can be written also as the components coordinate 4, negative 10, 5. Okay? So, paano hanapin ngayon yung component of E along F? Pag sinabing component of E along F, vector component yon kasi hindi sinabing scalar eh. Okay? Kapag scalar, so hindi siya vector. Yung pinaka-magnitude lang ng scalar projection onto nung E onto F. So, na-discuss ko to, di ba? Anong gagamitin nating formula dyan? So, ang hinahanap natin is yung component ng E onto F, vector component. So, ang formula is yung E, vector E, dot the unit vector along F times the unit vector along F. So, ito na-discuss ko to. So, dapat alam niyo yung formula na to to find the component of any vector along another vector. So, kapag sinubstitute natin, it is also equal to the dot product ng vector E times the dot product ng F, okay, times yung pinaka-vector F, sa scalar multiplication lang to divided by the magnitude ng F squared. Yan, ito yung derived formula natin doon. So, pag sinubstitute natin, idadot natin ngayon si E kay F. Si E ay 0, 3, 4, right? So, 0, 3, 4, dot with F, which is 4, negative 10, 5. 4, negative 10, and 5. Tapos, ita-times lang natin sa vector F. Ito yon 4, negative 10, 5 over yung magnitude ng F square. So, bali ang magnitude ng F ay square root ng sum of squares ng components. So, 4 square plus negative 10 square plus 5 square quantity square. Sige, so i-dot muna natin. Paano mag-dot? Multiply nyo yung corresponding components. So 0 times 4 plus 3 times negative 10 plus 4 times 5. Okay. Then copy lang tong vector. 4, negative 10, 5. So ito makakancel, right? So matitira is, so you have 4 square, cancel na tong square root, kasi ni square natin, matitira is 4 square, 16, plus negative 10 square is 100, plus 5 square, 25. So magiging 0 plus negative 10 plus 20. Ilan yan? Positive 10. Negative 30 pala to. Sorry. Negative 30. So 0 plus negative 30 plus 20, negative 10. Right? So negative 10 times the vector for negative 10, 5. Then 16 plus 100 plus 25, 141. Okay, bali ang gagawin nyo, i-distribute nyo tong, bali negative 10 over 141 times 4 negative 10, 5. Okay, distribute nyo yan. Bali magiging negative 10, 141 times 4, negative 10, 141 times negative 10, negative 10, 141 times 5. So, pag ginamitan nyo ng calculator, okay, so negative 10 over 141 times 4, negative 2/7, approximately, so in exact value, that's negative 2/7, di ba? Approximately, negative 0.286. Okay, comma. Sorry, 141 pala. 141. Hindi pala negative 2/7. Iba na input ko. That negative 40 over 141 approximately negative 0.284. 284. Tapos, yung second component times naman sa negative 10, that's 100 over 141, approximately 0.709. Okay. Comma, next is 5. Palitan natin ng 5. Negative 50 over 141, approximately negative 0.355. Okay. Ito yung sagot. Or kung gusto nyo lagyan ng unit vector, pwede rin siyang negative 0.284 AX plus 0.709 AY, then minus 0.355 AZ. So, yan yung sagot. Okay, next. Doon tayo sa part B. Yung part B naman is determine a unit vector perpendicular to both E and F. So, ang unit vector na perpendicular to both E and F is yung unit vector in the same direction as the cross product ng E and F, di ba? Base sa na-discuss ko. So, yung hinahanap natin, unit vector, let's say A, is equal to the cross product ng E and F over the magnitude ng cross product ng E and F. So palagi, kapag kinross product nyo yung dalawang vectors, let's say E and F, magiging perpendicular yung cross product na yon dun sa mismong dalawang vectors E and F. Okay? So, i-cross natin yung E and F. So, ano si E? Saka si F. Okay, kanina sinulat natin. Ito si E and F. Yung cross product, 'di ba ano siya? Magiging determinant Okay, determinant yung cross product, 'di ba? Ang entry sa first row is yung unit vectors AX, AY, AZ. Tapos sa second row is yung components ng vector E, 0, 3, 4. 0, 3, 4. Yung third row, component ng F, which is 4, negative 10, 5. So dito sa AX, cross out nyo yung rows and columns kung nasan si AX. Then times sa determinant ng mga entries na hindi na cross out, 3, 4, negative 10, 5. Okay, then minus naman, AY naman, then cross nyo yung row and column kung saan nandun si AY, times sa determinant ng mga entries na hindi na cross out, 0, 4, 4, 5. Plus, last sa AY na, AZ naman, AZ, so ito si AZ, cross out yung column and row kung saan nandun si AZ. Then, yung determinant ng mga hindi na cross out na element, 0, 3, 4, negative 10, ito, times nyo sa AZ. Yan. So, ito yung magiging cross product. So, evaluate the determinant. So, AX, pag dalawa lang yung 2 by 2 lang yung entries ng determinant natin, determinant is product nito, 5 times 3, 15, minus product nito, negative 10 times 4, negative 40. So, magiging plus 40 na to. Okay. minus AY, determinant nito, 0, minus 16, plus determinant nito, 0, minus 12. So, 15 plus 40, 55, AX. 0 minus 16, negative 16. Kaso may negative si AY, negative times negative, positive 16 AY na siya. Then AZ times 0 minus 12, negative 12 AZ. So ito yung cross product. Cross product ni E and F. Hanapin natin yung magnitude kasi kasama sa formula ng unit vectors, diba? So yung magnitude ngayon is square root nung sum of squares ng component, 55 square plus 16 square plus negative 12 square. Gamitan niya ng calcu, square root ng 55 square plus 16 square plus negative 12 square. Okay, 5 square root of 137. Yan. So, yung unit vector na hinahanap ngayon natin, di ba, that's E cross F over magnitude nung E cross F. So, meron tayong nakuhang cross product nila. Ito, copy. Divided by yung magnitude na to, nakuha natin is 5 square root of 137. Yan. Actually pala, pwede siyang lagyan ng plus minus. Okay? Kasi, pag kinross product nyo yung A, ay yung E tsaka F, let's say ito si F, ito si E, ito si F, pwedeng yung unit vector na perpendicular is upward. Okay? Pwede ring downward, which is opposite sa isa't isa. So, pwedeng positive, pwedeng negative. Kaya pwedeng yung lagyan ng plus minus to. Okay, so bale plus minus, so distribute nyo tong denominator. So, 55 over 5 square root of 137 AX plus 16 over 5 square root of 137 AY minus 12 over 5 square root of 137 AZ. Ito yung exact value. Kung gusto nyo i-input sa calcu, so 55 over 5 square root of 137 sa AX ito, okay, approximately, ang value is 0.940, right? AX. Then, palitan lang natin yung numerator ng 16. Okay, so sa AY plus 0.273. Then, sa AZ, palitan natin ng negative 12. Okay, negative 0.205. AZ. So, kung gusto nyong gawing positive, one answer, possible answer is ito mismo. Ito. Kung positive. If positive, If positive. If negative, so gagawin yung opposite sign yung mga components. So, magiging negative to. Ito magiging positive. Magiging negative na. Tapos itong negative magiging positive. So, dalawa yung possible answers. Okay, problem number 4 yan, no? Okay, problem number 5. derive the cosine formula a square equal b square plus c square minus 2bc cosine a, and the sine formula sine a over a equals sine b over b equals sine c over c using dot and cross product respectively. Okay. So, pwede daw ma-derive yung cosine formula sa oblique triangles, 'di ba? Sa triangle nyo, alam natin cosine formula is a square equals b square plus c square minus 2bc cosine a. And sine formula, ito yon, sine capital A or angle A over side A equals sine angle B over side B equals sine angle C over side C using dot and cross product respectively. So, madederive daw yung cosine formula using dot product. Sige, sa dot product muna tayo. Dot product. So, assume kayo ng triangle. Okay? Let's say, meron kayong triangle na to. Okay, triangle na yan, na yung mga sides niya dapat ay vectors. Okay? So, let's say vector A, tapos vector B, and then vector C. Take note yung direction. Direction ng vectors. Dapat pa ganito para makabuo ka ng triangle. Okay? Kasi dapat closed figure yon. Yung resultant ng tatlo is 0. Okay? Ang equation value nito is A plus B plus C is equal to 0. Right? So, applying yung head-to-tail rule natin, naturo ko to sa episode 1. Diba? Yung head-to-tail rule, dapat, pag inad mo tong A plus B yan, equal dapat siya dito sa C. Supposed to be, dapat pag ganito yung direction ni C, right? Pag ganyan. Pero dito sa figure, should be opposite. Okay? Supposed to be, dapat ito ay pag ganyan. Okay. Should be equal to C. Okay? Pero, ginawa nating opposite, so kaya magiging minus siya dito. Okay? So, pag tinanspose natin ngayon yan, A plus B plus C is magiging equal to 0. Ang resultant ngayon nitong tatlo is 0. Pag in-add up, equivalently, pag in-add, 0. Ngayon, paano natin gagamitin ito para ma-derive yung cosine law? So, lagyan din pala natin to ng angle. Let's say, ito is angle B. Opposite sa side B is yung capital angle B. Opposite sa side A is itong capital angle A. Opposite sa side C is itong capital angle C. Yan. So, kung gusto nating i-derive yung A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cosine A, try nyong isolve dito sa equation na to, si A. Okay? Or i-isolate natin si A. Bale, B plus C is equal, transpose si vector A sa kanan, negative A. Right? So, ibig sabihin, ang value ng negative A is the sum ng vector A and B. Okay, kapag minultiply natin, A, or denote natin yung negative A dot negative A, equal din, kasi equal yung negative A sa sum ng B plus C. Equal din dapat sa dot ng B plus C. Okay? So, itong negative times negative, magiging positive lang yan. Positive A dot A na lang, right? Okay? Equal to, so pag in-apply nyo yung distributive property sa dot product, magiging B plus C, ito, i-distribute nyo, dot B plus B plus C dot C. Okay? Tapos, i-distribute nyo naman to, magiging B dot B plus C dot B. Okay? Distribute din to, magiging B dot C plus C dot C. So, meron ka ng A dot A equal to B dot B. Etong dalawang to, dahil commutative yung dot product natin, pwede nyo tong pagbaliktarin, gawin nyo tong B dot C. So, pwede nyo i-combine B dot C plus B dot C, magiging 2B dot C, right? Plus C dot C. Okay, tapos meron tayong property na kapag dinat mo yung A sa sarili niya, diba that's equal to the magnitude ng A square, or simply, other notation is A square. So, applying that, A dot A is A square equal to B dot B is B square plus 2B dot C. Ano yung B dot C ngayon? Yung B dot C is, diba that's magnitude ng B times magnitude ng C cosine nung theta BC. Which is ano yung theta BC? Yung angle between B and C dito sa figure is, ito yung dalawang vectors B and C. Ano yung angle between them? Diba yung A? So, pwede mong palitan to ng cosine A. Ito yung dot product formula natin, diba? So, 2 times BC cos A plus C dot C is C square. So, yan. So, na-derive natin ngayon, actually, it should be negative pala, hindi positive. Kasi, kung titignan natin, sa figure natin dito, diba ito yung ating, ito yung pag in-extend nyo yung pinaka-vector B, ito dapat yung sinusunod nating formula sa cosine is sa dot product, it should be ganito yung direction. Yung angle between the two vectors, let's say A and B, ganito dapat yung direction nila. Okay? Nagmi-meet sila dito at this point na yung direction is pa ganito and pa ganito. Anong nangyari dito? Dito, nag-meet si B at si C dito sa point na to, pero ang direction is pa ganito tsaka pa ganyan. So, mali. Dapat i-extend nyo ngayon. I-extend mo pa itong B dito. Extend mo yung B dito para nagko-conform sa direction na ganito. Right? Yung arrow nila nakaturo dito. Tapos dito yung theta. Ibig sabihin, itong part na na-solve natin is ano, 180 minus cosine or mali, cosine ng 180 minus A. Kasi linear line ito, 'di ba? Straight angle. So whatever is yung angle dito, para makuha mo diyan, yung angle dito is 180 minus A. Kaya ang ipapalit mo dapat dito, hindi dapat yung direct A. It should be 180 minus A. Okay, which is applying sum and difference of angle for cosine equal lang to sa negative cosine ng A. Kaya magiging sign nito negative. Okay, dito sa part na yan. So, bale, magiging A square is B square. So, unahin ko na tong C square. Then, 2BC times negative cosine A, magiging negative 2BC cosine A siya. Kaya, nagtali na dito sa cosine formula natin. Okay. So, na-derive natin yung cosine formula using dot product. Okay, paano naman yung sine formula? Yung sine formula using cross product naman daw. Ito. Cross product. So, referring to the same triangle din, ito. Copy natin. Yan. So, using the same triangle, paano naman natin ma-apply yung cross product to derive the sine law? Apply naman natin yung concept ng area. 'Di ba kapag may given vector tayo, okay, let's say meron tayong vector A, tsaka B. So pag binuo mo yung triangle na to, naglagay ka ng third side diyan, ang area niyan is 1/2 times the magnitude nung cross product nung A at B. Right? Naturo ko to sa episode 2 ata. And then sa episode 3 kasi yun yung sa cross product. Okay? Kinalahati mo kasi supposed to be, ang definition ng cross product is area ng parallelogram. Pero since kalahati lang yung i-consider natin, hindi natin dinraw yung kabuang parallelogram. Kasi magiging congruent yan dito. So kalahati lang. Okay? So apply din natin yung concept na yan dito kasi triangle din to, di ba? So pwede natin kuhain yung area nitong triangle na to given na may mga vectors tayo in 3 ways. Okay? Pwedeng i-pair mo si AB, pwedeng i-pair mo si BC, ito si C na nabura. I-pair mo yung cross product ni AB, pair mo yung cross product ni BC, or pair mo yung cross product ni CA. Okay? Tapos, hanapin yung magnitude times 1/2, yun yung area ng triangle. Kasi since iisang triangle lang naman yan, dapat pare-pareho sila ng area, right? Kung either gamitin mo man is kung anong dalawang pairs of vectors as sides ng triangle. So since area ng triangle is 1/2, okay, pwede is magnitude nung A cross B equal to magnitude 1/2 times magnitude nung, so ito si A and B, pwede ring pair mo si B and C, Or pwede ring C and A. Okay, C and A. Yan. Which is, anong definition natin ng cross product, yung magnitude? Diba that's in terms of sign? So, 1/2 magnitude ng AB times sine nung angle between A and B. Okay? Ano yung angle between A and B? Si C. Right? Equal to 1/2 magnitude ng B and C, that's BC, times sine nung angle between B and C, ito si B and C, that's A. Right? Angle between them, sine A. Equal to 1/2 magnitude ng C and A, so that's CA, times sine ng angle between C and A, ito si C, ito si A, angle between them is B. So, sine B. And pwede nyo nang i-cancel ito, itong 1/2. Okay. So, magiging AB sine C equal to BC sine A equal to CA sine B. So, manipulating, pwede nyong i-divide both sides by ABC. Okay, pag dinivide natin by ABC each side, over ABC, over ABC, over ABC. So, cancel dito si AB, matitira is sine C over C. Cancel si BC, matitira is sine angle A over side A. Cancel si CA or AC, matitira is sine nung angle B over side B. So, na-derive natin yung sine law using cross product. Okay. So, sige. Next, number 4 ba to? 5. 6. Show that vectors A equal to 4, 0, negative 1. Vector B equal to 1, 3, 4. And C equal to negative 5, negative 3, negative 3. Form the sides of a triangle. Is this a right triangle? Calculate the area. Okay, show that the vectors A given by 4, 0, negative 1, B given by 1, 3, 4, and C given by negative 5, negative 3, negative 3 form the sides of a triangle. Is this a right triangle? And calculate the area of the triangle. So, meron tayong tatlong vectors. So, A is, sige, copy na lang natin. Ito. Tapos, si vector B, ito. Vector C, ito. I-prove daw natin na this is a triangle. So, ibig sabihin, kapag dinraw natin yan, parang yung kanina, dapat close polygon. Na ang direction, let's say, ito si A, ito si B, ito si C. Dapat ganito. So, pwede nating i-add lahat ng vectors A plus B plus C, parang sa kanina. Di ba ang equation natin kapag nakakabuo ng triangle yung mga vectors, pag in-add mo yung tatlong sides as vectors, equal dapat sa 0. So pag nag-equal sa 0 yung sum nito, triangle siya. So pag in-add natin, sige, add natin. Bale, ito si vector A, copy. Okay, plus vector B, ito, copy. Plus vector C, copy. Check natin kung equal to 0. Okay. So add natin 4 plus 1 plus negative 5. That's 0, right? Plus, so sa y naman, 0 plus 3 plus negative 3. 0 din. Last, sa z naman, negative 1 plus 4 plus negative 3. 0 din. So, therefore, tama. Yung sum nung tatlong vectors is 0, ibig sabihin, it forms a triangle. So, the answer for A is yes. Next. Hindi pala, i-show pala, hindi tinatanong kung is this a triangle. So, ito yung proof natin. Yung part B, yung tinatanong kung yes or no, is this a right triangle? So, paano malalaman na right triangle? So, alam na natin na triangle yan. Itong mga vectors na ito nagpo-form ng triangle. Paano malalaman kung right triangle? So, dapat isa man lang dito is 90 degree. Right? Isa sa tatlo. So, try kayong mag-dot product. Diba, pag nagda-dot product tayo, tapos, yung dot product is 0, so, if that product is 0, ibig sabihin, perpendicular yung dalawang vectors. If that product is 0, vectors are orthogonal or perpendicular. Ibig sabihin, perpendicular, nagpo-form ng 90 degree. Diba, kung yung right triangle is may 90 degree, right triangle siya. So, try nyo i-check yung possibility, i-dot nyo yung bawat vector sa isa't isa. Kung merong mag-0 yung dot product, then right angle yon or perpendicular yung dalawang vector na yon. Sige, try nating i-dot, try to dot A and B. Okay, pag dinat nyo si A and B, check lang natin yung possibility Trial and error. A, ito si A, tapos ito si B. Okay, so paano limagdat? Multiply nyo yung x component, 4 times 1. Then plus, multiply nyo naman yung y component, 0 times 3. Plus, multiply nyo naman yung z, negative 1 times 4. So, 4 times 1, 4. 0 times 3, 0. Plus negative 1 times 4, negative 4. 4 plus 0 plus negative 4, 0. So, yes, kasi yung dot product nung A and B is 0. Particularly, yung nagpo-form ng 90 degree is ito. Okay, so ang drawing pala dapat is ganito. A, B, and then C. Okay, A, B, C. Ito kasi yung 90 degree. So, right triangle, yes. So, for part B, yes. Tapos, dun sa huling part, calculate the area. Area ng triangle. So, yung area ng triangle, pinakita ko natin to sa derivation ng sine formula, diba? So, pwedeng 1/2 magnitude nung A cross B equals 1/2 magnitude nung B cross C or 1/2 magnitude nung C cross A. Lahat yan pwedeng gamiting formula. So, ito na lang gamitin natin. So, hanapin si A cross B. Okay. So, paano mag-cross B? Mag-A cross B? Mag-cross product ng A and B? Hanapin muna natin yung cross product and then, after mahanap yung cross product, kuhaan yung magnitude. Then, times 1/2, yun yung area. So, AX, AY, AZ. So, si A natin is 40, -1. Tapos si B natin, ito si A, 40, -1. Tapos si B natin ay 1, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 3, 4. So sa AX muna tayo. Bale, AX times determinant nito, 0, -1, 3, 4. Okay, next. Minus AY naman, cross, times determinant niyan, 4, 1, -1, 4. So, same lang din sa ginawa natin sa previous problems. Plus AZ naman, cross, times determinant ng 4, 0, 1, 3. So, AX, determinant nito is product niyan, 0, minus product nito, -3. Minus AY, determinant nito is product ng 4 and 4, 16, minus product niya, -1, plus AZ, determinant niyan, product nito, 12, minus product nito, 0. So, 0 minus -3, positive 3AX na yan. Right? Tapos, negative AY, 16 minus -1, 16 plus 1, 17. Pero may negative. So, magiging negative 17 AY. Then, plus AZ, 12 minus 0, 12. 12 AZ. Ito yung A cross B. So, yung magnitude value ng A cross B is square root ng sum of squares ng component, 3 square plus -17 square plus 12 square. So, yung area is 1/2, ito, square root ng 3 square plus -17 square plus 12 square. Gamit ng calculator, so 1/2 square root ng 3 square plus -17 square plus 12 square. Okay, approximately 10.55. 51 lang pala. Square units area. Okay, next number. Ano number na to? 6, 7. Show that points P1, 5, 2, -4, P2, 1, 1, 2, and P3, -3, 0, 8, all lie on a straight line. Determine the shortest distance between the line and point P4, 3, -1, 0. Show that points P1, 5, 2, -4, P2, 1, 1, 2, P3, -3, 0, 8, all lie on a straight line, and determine the shortest distance between the line and point P4, 3, -1, 0. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, check daw natin kung itong P1, P2 at P3 is naglalay sa isang line. So, halimbawa, meron kang P1, P2, P3. Okay, may points ka, di ba? Paano natin ma-verify kung naglalay sila sa isang line? Okay, assuming na hindi sila naglalay sa isang line. Let's say meron kang P1, P2, P3. Okay? Kapag nag-dot product tayo, so kuhain nyo yung vector formed by P1 to P2 tsaka P1 to P3. Pwede, di ba? Okay. Para ma-verify natin na naglalay sila sa isang line, dapat yung angle between them is 0. Otherwise, hindi sila naglalay sa isang line. Kasi kung yung angle is 0 dito, mangyayari, dapat itong P2 is bababa ka dyan. Okay? Magiging P1, sa magiging P1, P2, and then P3. Right? So, check natin kung magiging 0 ba yung angle between these given vectors. Okay? Pwede tayong mag-cross product or dot product. So, hanapin natin yung distance vector P1, P2 and distance vector P1, P3. So, distance vector P1, P2. So, naturo ko to sa episode 1 naman. Paano hanapin yon? Position vector RP2 minus position vector RP1. Diba? So, yung position vector ng RP2 is kung ano yung coordinate niya, anong coordinate ni P2? 1, 1, 2, right? So, magiging vector lang siya na 1, 1, 2. Then, minus position vector ni P1, magiging vector lang siya yung coordinate ni P1 na 5, 2, -4. So, minus 5, 2, -4. So, 1 minus 5, that's -4. 1 minus 2, -1. 2 minus -4, bale 2 plus 4 or 6. Okay, ito yung position vector RP1, P2. Next, yung position, hindi to position vector, distance vector na pala. Next, yung distance vector P1, P3 naman. Sa distance vector P1, P3, so formula naman is position vector RP3 minus position vector RP1. So ano si position vector RP3? Gawin nyo lang vector yung coordinate ni P3, -3, 0, 8. So -3, 0, 8. Then minus position vector RP1, nakuha na natin yon. Ito, di ba? Copy. Subtract -3 minus 5, -8. 0 minus 2, -2. Then 8 minus -4, +12. Yan. Ngayon, try nating hanapin yung angle between distance vector RP1, P2 and distance vector RP1, P3. Copy natin. Ito, di ba? So, kapag hinanap natin yung angle between angle between dito sa distance vector RP1, P2 and distance vector RP1, P3. Ang formula natin, naturo ko na to sa dot product. Bale, let's say ito yung theta na yon. Theta is R cosine ng cross product ng RP1, P2 dot RP1, RP1, P3 over magnitude ng RP1, P2 times magnitude ng RP1, P3. Right? So, pag dinat natin yung RP1, P2 kay RP1, P3, copy natin yung nakuhang mga values. Yan. Dot nilang dalawa, yung numerator, tapos yung magnitude ni RP1, P2, square root ng sum of squares ng component, negative 4 square plus negative 1 square plus 6 square, times magnitude ni RP1, P3. Okay, so yung square root ng sum of squares ng component, negative 8 square plus negative 2 square plus 12 square. Okay. R cosine dapat yun. Dapat mag-ano to, 0. So, R cosine ng, so, paano mag-dot product? Product nito, negative 4 times negative 8 plus product nito, negative 1 times negative 2 plus product nito, 6 times 12 over yung ito, yung na-compute nating product ng mga magnitude. Okay, sige, gamitan nyo ng calcu. So, R cosine ng, so yung numerator ay negative 4 times negative 8 plus negative 1 times negative 2 plus 6 times 12 over the square root ng negative 4 square plus negative 1 square plus 6 square times square root ng negative 8 square plus negative 2 square plus 12 square. Okay, 0, right? So, ibig sabihin, tama, yung theta is 0 degree. Ibig sabihin, collinear or naglalay lang in one line. Kasi nga, pag 0 yung angle na to, bababa si P2 dyan, magiging isang line na lang sila. P1, P2, P3. Okay, yon. So, yun na-verify natin using that product na naglalay in one line yung mga points. Tapos next, yung second part, determine the shortest distance between the line and point. Ito. So, paano naman yun? So, meron tayong pangalawang point, P4. Okay. So, alam na natin, di ba, na yung tatlong points natin, P1, P2, and P3 is naglalay sa isang line. Collinear sila. So, nakuha na natin yung RP1, P2, tsaka RP1, P3 distance vector. Tapos, meron daw isang point. Let's say, itong point P4 with coordinate 3, negative 1, 0. Hanapin daw natin yung shortest distance nitong P sa line. So, dapat perpendicular yung shortest distance, right? Hanapin daw natin tong distance na yan. Okay, so paano natin mahanap using vector? So, try nyo kuhain yung position vector, ay yung distance vector from P1 to P4. Okay, hanapin nyo rin yung distance vector. So, R, P1, P4. So, position vector P4 minus position vector P1. Right? So, ano yung position vector P4? Gawin nyo lang vector itong coordinates ni P4. Gawin yung vector negative 3. Positive 3 pala. Positive 3, negative 1, 0. Right? Then minus yung position vector P1 uli. Ano si P1 uli? P1 ay 5 to negative 4. 5 to negative 4. So, subtract 3 minus 5, negative 2. Negative 1 minus 2, negative 3. 0 minus negative 4, positive 4. Yan. So, pag nakuha na natin yung position vector na yan, dito, copy. So, vector na siya. Okay, ito na yung P1, P4. So, pwede nating mahanap itong D using what? So, this is a 90 degree. Diba right triangle yan? So, yung D is equal using sine. Let's say yung theta between RP1, P4 and RP1, P2 na lang. Pwedeng RP1, P2 or RP1, P3. It's up to you. Gamitin na lang natin is ito, RP1, P2. Okay. So, yung angle between RP1, P4 and RP1, P2 is theta. Pero ang hanapin lang natin is itong D. Okay? So, sine, right? Bale, sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So, sine theta is equal to, ano yung opposite kay theta dito sa right triangle? Diba yung D? Over hypotenuse is yung magnitude nito. Yung magnitude nitong RP1, P4. Magnitude ng RP1, P4. So, sine theta is equal to dito. To D over RP1, P4 or cross-multiply itong magnitude ng RP1, P4. Bale, D is magnitude ng RP1, P4 sine theta. Okay? So, kung ito yung figure natin, pwede natin gamitin yung concept ng cross product. Okay, copy natin to ulit. Diba, na-derive na natin na yung D is magnitude ng RP1, P4 times sine theta. Okay? Diba yung cross product natin, let's say A cross B is equal to magnitude ng A times magnitude ng B. Okay? Sine theta AB. So, pwede natin gawin is kuhain natin yung unit vector unit vector in the same direction as RP1, P2, okay, para magkaroon tayo ng formula for D. Kasi consider mo na lang is, bale, eto, RP1, P4, tapos, eto si RP1, P2, unit vector, in the same direction as P1, P2, RP1, P2. Kasi dito sa formula natin, wala kang magnitude nung supposed to be kung idadat mo, i-cross mo si RP1, RP1, P4 times RP1, P2 sin theta, dapat meron ka ditong specific magnitude ni RP1, P2, which is 1. Invisible 1 sana. Kaya, ibig sabihin, yung unit vector lang yung kailangan natin para yung magnitude niya is 1 lang, right? So, papalitan mo ngayon to ng unit vector ng magnitude ng unit vector P1, P2, which is obviously 1 equal to D. So, ibig sabihin, it is also equal to the magnitude ng cross product ng P1, P4 times unit vector in P1, P2. Etong D. Right? Okay. So ngayon, paano i-evaluate yan? Cross product ng RP1, P4 and unit vector in the same direction as P1, P2. Bale, yung formula natin sa unit vector in the same direction as P1, P2 is yung pinaka vector RP1, P2 divided by the magnitude nung RP1, P2. Okay? So, eto kasi constant lang yan, scalar. Mangyayari, pwede siyang lumabas ng cross product. Right? So, pwedeng gawin mo na lang is RP1, P4 cross RP1, P2 over magnitude nung RP1, P2. Tapos, kukuhain mo yung magnitude, di ba, nung cross product. So, ito yung formula natin for D. So, lalabas na to kasi constant lang naman yan. Scalar lang siya, di ba? Kasi magnitude. So, i-cross mo ngayon si RP1, P4 kay RP1, P2. Nakuha na natin yung RP1, P4, which is RP1, P4, ito. Okay, cross natin yan. Cross kay RP1, P2. Nakuha na rin si RP1, P2 kanina, di ba? Ito. Copy. Yan. Ko-cross natin sila. Pero, kailangan yung magnitude. Tapos, divided by magnitude ng RP1, P2, which is yung square root ng components, sum of squares ng components ng RP1, P2. So, negative 4 square plus negative 1 square plus 6 square. So, kuhain muna natin yung cross product nitong dalawa. So, bali cross product ng RP1, P4 cross RP1, P2 is, so determinantally yun, so AX, AY, AZ. Then yung component ng RP1, P4, ito, negative 2, negative 3, 4. component ng RP1, P2, ito, negative 4, negative 1, 6. Evaluate the determinant. So sa AX muna, AX cross out yung column and row times sa determinant netong hindi na cross out na elements. So negative 3, 4, negative 1, 6. Then minus AY naman, cross out the column and row times the determinant nung hindi na cross out na elements. So itong negative 2, 4, negative 4, 6. Plus, last yung AZ naman. Ito. Cross out yung column and row. Then times sa determinant ng elements na hindi na cross out, which is yung negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 1. So, bale, AX, determinant na to is product ng negative 3 and 6, negative 18, minus product ng negative 1 and 4, negative 4. Minus AY, determinant nito, product ng negative 2 and 6, negative 12, minus product ng negative 4 and positive 4, negative 16. Plus AZ, product ng negative 2 and negative 1, 2, minus product ng negative 4 and negative 3, 12. So AX, we have negative 18 minus negative 4. So negative 18 plus 4 na yan. Okay? Which is negative 18 plus 4 is negative 14. Right? So we have negative 14 AX. Then minus AY, negative 12 plus 16 na yan, which is negative, positive 4. Pero meron siyang negative dito, bali magiging negative 4 AY, plus AZ, 2 minus 12, negative 10. So magiging minus 10 AZ na yan. Yan. So ito yung cross product ng RP1P2, RP1P4, and RP1P2. So kukuhain mo yung magnitude niyan. Magnitude bale is square root ng sum of squares. So negative 14 square plus negative 4 square plus negative 10 square. So that's equal to what? Square root ng negative 14 square plus negative 4 square plus negative 10, mali, negative 10 square. Square root, 2 square root nung 78. Okay? So, ito yung numerator natin, di ba? Ito yon, yung magnitude nung cross product na to. So, bale D is, so magnitude nung cross product nung RP1, P2 cross RP1, P4 pala. RP1, P2 over yung magnitude nung RP1, P2. So, bale yung numerator is ito na, yung 2 square root of 78 over yung magnitude nung RP1, P2. Nakuha na ba natin? Ito. Okay, copy. So, input sa calculator, so fraction 2 square root of 78 divided by square root ng negative 4 square plus, ano to, negative 11. Negative 11 square. Yan yung parenthesis. Plus 6 square. Okay, tama ba? 6 square. Sorry, negative 1 lang pala. Negative 1 lang to. Kasi magnitude nung RP1P2, right? Mali. So, negative 1 square lang to. D11. Negative 1 square. So, baguhin natin to. Negative 1. Okay. Ito yung sagot. Approximately 2.426 units. Okay, so ito yung shortest distance nung 0.4 dun sa line. So, pwede niyong gamitin yung concept ng mga vectors, cross product, dot product, para mag-solve ng geometric problems or mga analytic geometry problems. Okay, tulad nito, paghanap ng shortest distance nung vector, nung point to a line, okay, etc. So, useful yung vector analysis doon sa analytic geometry as well as geometry itself. So, yon. So, nakasolve din tayo ng seven. Okay. Okay. Sige. 7. Sige, tuloy na lang natin. Solve pa tayong more problems next time. Magkakaroon pa tayo ng part 4 dito. All about the topic, vector multiplication and components of vectors. Abangan nyo sa part 4, episode 6 na yon, right? So, sige, end ko muna yung ating discussion dito. So, see you on my next one. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.